Welcome Elaine and Mark from Signature Sign and Image in beautiful Niagara Falls. You guys are members of the Ontario Sign Association, the Sign Association of Canada, and of course the International Sign Association as well too. How long have you been members?
That's a really good question, and I really didn't know the answer to that. I think it's got to be at least over 25 years. We had a little bit of a hiccup around 2010. I think it's before Mark joined the company, but we jumped right back in, and we're just happy to be a part of the association.
Well, thank you so much for being a member for all those years, but I've got to ask you, things have changed obviously in 15 years. And I'm just wondering, why did you guys originally decide to become a member, and where are you now in terms of that journey?
So I can answer that with respect to the history of it. We started the business 35 years ago. I was a sign painter. My husband, Jeff, did the sales. I got very involved with the International Letterheads Organization, and it became really clear that networking was very vital to our business. But because our business, we moved into the electric sign component of the business, commercial and electric, we knew we had to be part of something bigger than just a commercial sign organization. And we jumped into SAC, and it really opened a lot of doors for us. And
it really broadened our horizons, I think. Just opening our eyes to all what's out there. There's a lot of vendors that we didn't know about. It really opened our eyes to new products, new people in the industry.
I just want to go off script a bit and ask you about that networking aspect, because I know that often when we're out talking about what we do, we talk about networking. People go, what do I need networking for? And I wonder, is this just our industry? Because I'd like you to explain how networking helps you with your business.
Well, especially in the sign business, there really was no school for us, We're basically self-taught. So we learned everything from scratch, figuring it out on our own. When we started networking with other people in the industry, it became a lot of sharing. The old school didn't like to share. But let me tell you something, the new school is all about sharing, especially with social networking. And maybe you can speak to that, Mark.
That's a great point. So actually, I'm part of the social media club for SAC, and sharing is what we're all about, basically.
Well, let's talk about the multi-generational thing. You guys have 2 generations of family members that are in the business now. And I know that there's not thousands of you out there, but there's actually quite a few people that are multi-generational family businesses. Do you connect with any of the other multi-generational family businesses and talk to them about the unique advantages and challenges that you deal with?
I definitely do. Not so much Canadian multi-generational families, but I certainly know a lot in the U.S., and it's mostly through letterheads, through wall dogs. Smaller companies, the kids have joined the company, and the parents are still in it. We're pretty lucky. Mark joined the company about 8 years ago permanently. He actually was born under my desk. But not just Mark. Mark brought Emily on as well, who is now his wife. I'll let you talk about that.
Yeah.
And your sister.
Yeah, so Emily, my wife, joined us, 2-3 years ago. And then my sister just joined last year as a project manager, so it's all family. My dad is president sales. My mom, Elaine, she's a graphic designer. Myself, I run the business, the operations. So it's just good to keep it in the family. And in the social media club that I'm in, there's actually 2 members that are part of a multi-generational aspect, and they're doing really well, and it's nice to share with them and have the same stories and same problems that we can solve.
Well, I'm going to have to congratulate you guys because you are a super award-winning organization. I know that, Mark, last year you won the Sign Association of Canada Young Professional of the Year Award. Signature Sign and Image also won a number of awards in last year's sign competition, including Best in Show. So I have to ask you this question. Being sign companies, not all of us are great at marketing ourselves. Do you use those awards in your marketing or sales?
I'll let you.
Yeah, absolutely. We use that. We use it pretty much in every sales pitch that we do. It actually helps a lot with the larger jobs where they need past projects or past examples that we've done, and we've sold a lot of jobs just using those tools.
And I'll tell you that our customers whose jobs won awards, they're using it. So they just love that their company is spread all over Canada. That's pretty dynamic, especially for Niagara Falls, where they're drawing, clientele and visitors from all over. So they're using it as well.
Well, good luck again this year. I hope you guys are winners as well this year. Now, I got one final question for you, Mark, and it's about being a young sign professional. Often what I hear from young sign professionals is it's a challenge with the generation gap. You've got some ideas as a young professional and maybe you want to advance, but people are thinking you're too young to advance up the ladder, or maybe if they're not part of the family business, they have some great ideas, but when they show them to senior management says, oh, well, that's not the way we do it, and they just don't want to try new stuff. Is that something that you experience at all?
I don't experience it too much, but when I did start, I had to earn my keep, basically. I had to show I could handle the tasks at hand. I had to prove myself to my father, which was the senior. So as a young professional with a senior management, you really have to prove yourself. And basically, they have to respect the senior management as well because they know a lot. They started in the industry. They started when it was before the safety rules and all that. But now with the young professionals, there's a lot more regulation, and I feel like they know more than the senior management. So seniors should really listen to the younger professionals in the industry.
I just want to say something too. Mark now, he watches over, the shop and whatnot, and he's so good at letting go and having the staff take ownership. And when you let people take ownership of projects, they do better than you will ever imagine. Hire smart people.
Well, it sounds to me like you were talking about what the basic tenets of leadership and management, that's one of the golden rules, and it sounds like this generation is better at it than maybe any generation before. So I want to thank you both, Elaine and Mark. This has been fabulous. I'm so glad that you're here. Have a great time at the show and a great time at the Friday night event tonight. Thank you.